Folks, hopefully something you've realized now by one rental at a time is it's not just me, it's a collection of millionaires that are really moving and grooving in this business. And we're going to talk to Adrian Hernandez about SB9, SB10. We'll define what they are. But more importantly, he's got a couple of projects going, and we're going to check in to see how they're going. Hey, man, how you doing?
What's going on, Zuber? What's going on, everybody?
Can you
Yeah.
do a real quick summary of SB9 and SB10? We had the one and only Aaron Norris, who unfortunately has passed away in the last year or so, on to talk about it 18 months ago. But let's remind people what SB9 and SB10 are. And if you don't know who Aaron Norris is, he's the son of Bruce Norris, who changed my life at a meetup 20 years ago. But yeah, the Norris family is awesome. So SB9, SB10, what is it?
I'm sorry, I did not know that
Yeah.
about Norris.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aaron passed away about 9 months ago, I think. Yeah.
Well, I'm probably not going to do as good of a job as Aaron's going to do to describe SB9 and SB10. So definitely go back and watch Aaron's channel. Aaron is an icon. Rest of soul. So SB9, SB9 in California, I believe it's like the gold rush right now for real estate, in my opinion, right? Because you can go into, in essence, what SB9 allows you to do is build an ADU on your lot, regardless of what that area is zoned or regardless of what type of house you have. SB9, it's for California is suffering from a lack of housing, right? So SB9 is there saying, hey, you can go build an extra dwelling on your property as an ADU. So you can turn a garage into an ADU. And then depending on the city, you can turn your garage into an ADU or build an ADU standalone in the backyard. But depending on the city, you can take your regular SFR house that you buy with the garage, turn the garage into an ADU, and build an additional ADU away in the back. So now you've turned one SFR into technically a triplex, right? Yeah. Now, on paper, it shows SFR plus duplex, right? But that's, in essence, you can change 1 to 3.
Yeah.
If we look at
this is something Thatch Nguyen is going hard on. Hard.
Like over the top, and I understand why, because I'll go through numbers right now.
Sure.
And you know, when I saw the numbers, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got to pay attention. Yeah, Thatch is doing it. I better pay attention.
Exactly. And then SB10 allows you to subdivide that lot. So SB10 allows you to come in and I can subdivide a lot and in essence turn one parcel into 2 different parcels with 2 different APN numbers. And let's just say I have one SFR on a big lot. I subdivide that lot using SB10, one SFR with an ADU and another SFR with an ADU on 2 different APNs. I now have 2 different duplexes on 2 different APNs. The value shoots through the roof.
Yeah. So again, folks, to dig into SB9, SB10, if you're in the state of California, it is very much a California thing. For many folks, I know many folks other than Thatcher treating it like a gold rush, but you actually have a couple of projects going on. So tell us what you actually got going on.
So in Upland, I paid $400 for a SFR, about 1,000 square feet. And it's on a 10,000 square foot lot size.
Big lot.
With an alley, paved, really nice alley in the backyard. So if there's a really nice alley, guys, that's going to allow additional entrance from the back. So I may be able to get away with more. So what we're going to do is we're going to, obviously remodel the front house. There's a garage. We're going to turn the garage into an ADU and then
build. Is the garage attached? Sorry. Is the garage
No, the garage is detached.
Okay. All right.
Garage is detached. We'll turn that garage into an ADU and then build an additional ADU in the backyard. Now I paid $400 for it. By the time I'm done, we're at about 1.5, 1.6 total.
1.5 million.
Yes, 1.5, 1.6. And I paid $400 for it. And I'll probably all in it $1 million, $1.05 million.
Okay. All right. So so the $1.5 million, $1.6 million is value. Your all-in cost will be about $1 million bucks. About $1 million. What do you think total rents will be?
About $9,500, close to 10 grand. However, what I'm going to do is, because it's around the corner from a hospital, I'm going to traveling nurse the front unit, and I'm going to put regular tenants in the back. So my projected is 13. Let's see.
All right. And again, so you've closed on the purchase, so you own it. Have you gone to the city and got pre-approved plans, or where are you at in this project?
The architect's already drawn them up. He's working with the city now. I had to do a lockout, so I'm waiting for the sheriffs to give me the lockout date. So pretty much they're working on the background with the city, getting all the back end stuff done. And then I'm waiting to get into the house. I haven't even seen it since we closed escrow 100 days ago.
Yeah. So it's funny. I started an ADU project before all of this. And Fresno, California, and where I'm at now actually has, I think it's 3 pre-approved plans, which would have been a lot easier for me to take to the city. My unfortunate story is there's a little postage size stamp of Fresno, California, that's called a historic district. It's like 10 blocks.
Oh.
And guess where my first choice was? It's in that 10 blocks. I didn't know. I didn't know. Don't do that. If you're in a historic district and it's, got all these funny plaques around, choose a different market. It's a pain in the ass. I've actually probably given up. I've got to probably change to one of my other rentals. But yeah, there's a lot of, and again, Thatch Nguyen, if you don't know who he is, Thatch is, he's going hard, right? So again, you buy a house, you turn the garage in. He calls that a JADU, which is, I think, what it's technically called. Then you go in the back, you build another one. There's just so many things you could do. And again, yeah, it's all about more housing, more value, things of that nature. So you said you had a second project, right?
Yeah. And I use the right terminology, right? You have ADU, then you have junior ADU, right? So yeah, you are correct, Zipper. Yes. And then the second project is a little bit different. So Thatch does the same thing. So what we're doing with this one is this one's zoned. I just found out, but we found out that it was zoned low density residential multi-unit.
Okay. So like R5, something like that. R3, R5.
It's
it doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
It's CR, commercial residential, or CM, commercial multi. I'm forgetting the exact.
So it's zone low density. Got it.
Yeah. So it's zone low density, single family house, right? Single family house, 500,000. We're going to keep the front house because you have to have a commercial building in the front house. But the city's going to allow us to build 7 units in the backyard. And because it is near a transit area, there's no need for parking.
Oh, that's right. They changed that in some of the SB 10 or whatever it was, because parking was always the thing keeping development back.
Correct. So now they're allowing us to put 7 units in the backyard with no parking. They can figure out where to park, right?
Okay.
And
so street parking and all that. Yeah.
That should bring in, we're at 7 units. 7 units times, and that doesn't include the front. I was projecting 22,000, including the front. That's what we're going to bring in. The key is what it's worth. It's on the corner of Amethyst and Baseline in Rancho Cucamonga. So it's going to be worth about 3.2, 3.5. I would not be surprised if it hit $4 million, but let's just say 3.2.
Nice. And again, you own this now. It's closed?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I like talking about things that are closed. So again, you've got this. So you're still in the architecture and drawing phase of this?
We're still in what we were going to do is we were going to just keep the front unit and build an ADU in the backyard. And then in a year or two, we were going to put it into a 7 unit when I quote unquote had more money. Right. And then I'm talking to the architect and he's like, dude, why are you doing this? He goes,
this is ass backwards.
Yeah. He goes, you're going to have to tear that down later. And he goes, for what? Like, you just go figure it out. All right. And it's just one of those moments. We all get into our little mindset moments, right? Where we're like, oh, I'm just going to do this. And then I didn't realize that I stopped and I'm like, dude, you're right. Okay. You're correct. We're going
7
all
units.
in on that.
Nice.
So he's drawing up the plans and redoing everything.
Do you have an idea with those 7 units? Are they going to all be like standard 2-1, 2-1.5?
2 2s.
2 2s. I like it.
2
Yeah.
2s.
That extra bath nowadays is very important.
It's very
so
important,
we're going to, we get to check on you every week, maybe once a month as this comes to be. Again, I think there's a lot of things, a lot of opportunity coming. Again, so you probably changed what you're looking for, right? You're probably now looking for corner lots. You're probably now looking for alley access. You're looking for 10,000 square foot lots, not 6,500, right? There's a lot of things that there's like, hey, there's more value there. There's more value there. There's more value there. So knowing what's going on is important, right?
Yeah. And it's helping us sell some of the deals that we're not able to close on that are in those areas. I can pitch them better to investors, right? Because I can't buy all of them, right? I wish I could, but I can't.
Come on, Adrian. What are you talking about?
So the other ones, right? It's really good because on a typical wholesale, we wouldn't be able to wholesale that deal. But when I package it up and go, hey, you can build an ADU in the backyard, you can turn this into this, we're able to disposition the deal. Yeah. So that's really helpful.
Awesome. So there you go, folks. You also got another gem. If you're a wholesaler, investor, or real estate agent, frankly, in California, you should be looking at SB9, SB10 because you may be able to unlock value and draw in more buyers. Adrian is the man. Adrian, where can people follow you? Because you put all of this out for people to see.
Instagram, guys, at Adrian Hernandez. Let's go.
There you go. Thank you.